Hi, I'm Shannon Nadj, owner of Hot Pilates in California. I'm here today in London with Tatiana. We're going to focus today on lower body, glute, hips, and thighs. I'm going to add the kettlebell and resistance bands, so choose whatever weight you like to use. You can also do this on the go with no weights and no equipment. I like to add a little intensity with the kettlebell and the band. All right, let's get started. We're going to do a little warm up to warm up the lower body muscles. And here we go. A long lunge to stretch out the front of the body, the legs, the hips, and step back and breathe. Inhale, lift, and exhale. Let's do 2 more each side. Really stretch out the full body, getting the breath to work with the movements as well. So always remember to breathe. And let's do 1 more. Inhale, stretch. Grab your wrist here and open up that right hip, the quad, relaxing the shoulders, and step back. And 1 more. Inhale, and big stretch. Open up the side of the body here, and come back. Beautiful. Inhale, take a deep breath. Exhale, roll your back down, stretching out your spine, pulling the belly in, and stretching the back of your legs. You can bend your knees here if you're a little bit tight, and then stretch your hips up to the ceiling. And let your head be heavy, your neck is long, and stretch. 3 more. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, lengthen through the back of your legs. And 2. Nice, and 1, walk out to a plank. Step your foot through into a long lunge. Bring the bottom knee down for 10, and pulse for 9. Get a long stretch here. Really get the muscles to warm up before you start working them out. And 3, and 2, and bring the knee down for 1. Untuck your toe, and lift your heart, lift your chest up. And breathe and come back down. Tuck your toe, lift that leg nice and strong. Bring the foot back and step the other foot through into a long lunge. And bring the knee down, pulse for 10. Really get the hip to open up here. So you're really stretching the hip forward and the quads. Trying to relax those muscles so you don't clench them while you work out. And 2, and gently bring the knee down for 1. Untuck your toe, inhale, lift. And exhale, come down. Tuck your toes, straighten that leg, step back into your plank, and then pike up into a down dog. Pedal out your feet here, stretch out the back of your legs, stretch your ankles, your calves, your arches, all the muscles in your feet. And then walk your hands back. Take a little bend here, breathe, and then slowly roll up your back. And let's get started. So we're gonna start the first move with the kettlebell. So again, you don't need a weight, but I like to add a little kettlebell for a little intensity. We're gonna do a plie squat, add it with a row. So we're gonna do 10 of each. So plie down and row it up, squeeze. And 9. So make sure your knees are over your ankles. Your inner thighs are doing all the work here. Your pelvis stays neutral and your shoulders are relaxed. And of course your core is tight. And don't forget to breathe. And 2, and 1. You're gonna hold it down, roll those shoulders back, and just row for 10, and 9, for 8. Keep the stomach tight. Try to dig a little deeper. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come all the way up. First lunge, so belly button into your spine. Holding the weight right in front of your stomach and keeping that balance and control. Let's do 10, and 9, and 8. Your neck is long, spine is long. Of course, you initiate from the stomach here. 3, and 2. You're gonna hold down 1. You're gonna pulse, energy going down for 10, 9, 8. Using your stomach to pulse always. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. And let's go again for 10, and 9. Plie squats. Really work those inner thigh muscles. Strengthen your hips, your glutes, your full body. 4, and always breathe. And 2, and 1. You're gonna hold it down and just row for 10, 9, 8. Really working the sides of your waist here. And keep the shoulders down. 2, and 1, and lunge to the other side now. Great, so holding the weight in the middle, keeping your core tight. Let's go for 10, and 9, and 8. Stomach is tight, your lower back is long. 3, and 2. Hold down 1 and pulse down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and step it tall. Okay, let's move into the abs here. So hold the weight into one side, your shoulder is backing down. We're gonna lengthen the waist as we crunch for 10. The opposite side is stretching. Also, the side that's crunching has space here too. And 5, belly button is tight for 4. Try to relax the shoulders for 3. Lengthen the neck as well for 2. And 1. And let's switch, other side. Hand behind the head, elbows wide. And let's go. Drop the shoulder away from the ear. And 9. And 8. Really feel the length in the waist. 7. Really stretching the sides out. 6. And 5. Feel the burn here in the core. 3. And 2. And nice for 1. Now to our kettlebell swings. This one's really important for proper form. So you're gonna hinge from your hips, keeping the back flat, abs tight. Go down and squeeze and thrust up top. So the range of motion depends on your level. You can go higher up for a little more intensity or just stay shoulder height. Always keep the abs engaged and hinging the hips backwards, driving through the heels here for 3 and 2 and 1 and stand tall. Ooh, feel the burn here. So side lunge here, I love this move right here. You're gonna go to one side step and then squeeze it up top. Really driving through the heels, hinging the booty to the back. Let's go for 8. Gonna add a little row here for a little extra momentum. And your back stays flat, your core stays tight, and your feet are parallel the whole time. This leg stays straight as you hinge and squeeze. 2 more. And up. And 1. And up. Good. Other side. So the leg stays straight and you squeeze up top, hinging the hips backwards, and your feet stay parallel for 5. This one really gets the heart rate up for 4. Nice. And 3. For 2. And for 1. Nice. Into a deadlift. One of my favorite moves ever. So plie deadlift, toes out, hinging from the hips, knees are slightly bent. You're gonna back is flat, hinging from the hip bones, and then squeeze up top. Let's go for 10. Belly button in, and your shoulders away from the ears. Your neck and spine are long. Really squeeze your booty up top here. Legs are long for 4. Ooh, and 3. Roll the shoulders back for 2. This one's great for your posture as well for 1 and up. That was good. Now let's do one-legged deadlift. So find that 1 foot forward. Keeping your pelvis square and neutral. You're gonna hinge from the hips with one leg and balance, and then squeeze up top for 10 and 9. This one's all about balance, and the balance comes from the abdominals. Your back is flat and long. Again, the shoulders always stay away from the ears. And 3, and 2, almost there. And 1, and step it through, switch sides. So we all have a stronger, weaker side. Locate that, work on that side a little harder. If you feel one side a little wobblier, let's go for 10. Hinging from the hips, digging off the standing heel. 9. Abs are tight, shoulders are back and away from the ears. Nice and balanced. Good. 4 more. And 3. Really extending that back leg long. 2. Ooh. And 1. And center. All right, let's go down to the floor, pelvic lift. One of my favorite moves here. So lay down flat on your back, your feet are bent, hip width apart. Tailbone is nice and long. Having the kettlebell right above your hip bones safely, right? So dig into your heels and thrust your hips up, squeeze in the glute and try to relax your hips and quads. And then slowly bring your hip bones down. And with lots of momentum, drive it through. Bring it up, squeeze your butt, and bring it down with slow control. Let's go for 8, So a little squeeze up top is really important. Keeping your belly button into your spine, abs engaged, your neck and spine are long as well. And try to stretch out the front of your legs. And 3, and breathe for 2. Let's hold up for 1. Small pulses, really feel the burn for 10, and 9, 8, really squeezing through the glutes. Relax those hips, 4, and 3, and 2, hold 1, and then roll the spine down, articulating through the spine, bone by bone. Remove your kettlebell, hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side, and let's roll up. So you can repeat this exercise twice if you like to, or let's move on to the bands. All right, now it's time for some band work. So make sure your band is right above your knees, and the hip bones are always pushing the bands out, so your knees never come in. You're always pushing your knees out, okay? So here goes, do some squats here. So dig into the heels, sit back into your squat, knees out, and squeeze up. Let's go for 10, and squeeze, and 9. Always initiate from the stomach. Make sure your lower back is long, you don't dump into the lower back. Make sure your abs are engaged, your shoulders are relaxed, your lower back stays long. And 3, your knees are over the ankles. 2, let's hold down 1 and pulse for 10. Abs, and 9, dig through the heels. And 7, neck is long as well. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come all the way up. Nice, so let's do a little side work here. So you can come down into your squat. You're gonna squeeze through the heels and stretch the opposite leg up. And stand nice and tall so you don't lean to the side, right? Squeezing through the heel for 5 more. Really works the abs here for 4. And 3. Dig through the heel for 2. Let's hold up for 1, arms out. Rotate the hip open, point that toe, and pulse for 10. And 9, really work the stomach muscles here. Your hips stay squared even, and your back is tall. Your full body is working. And 2, and 1. Let's come down to a squat, knees out and up. So it's a slight turn out in the hip. It's a small little move. You don't need much. And squeeze. Let's do 5 more. Really feel the burn in the hips here for 3. Abs are tight for 2. And squeeze, and 1, and squeeze, hold it down, pulse the knees out for 10, 9, 8, dig deep, relax those shoulders as well for 3, 2, and 1, and come up. Let's do the other side. And come down into your squat, dig through the heel and squeeze and stretch the opposite leg out. Standing tall, trying to lean to the side. Keep your back tall. 5 more. And 4. Open the chest up top for 3. And really feel the burn in this one. 2. And hold 1. Turn the hip open, point the toe, and let's lift for 10. And 9. Always use the stomach to lift any muscle. Good. Relax your shoulders for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And bring it down. Nice. Come to the back of your mat. And lift your arms up and stretch. Take a deep breath. Exhale, roll your back down. Bone by bone, nice and slow. Walk out to a plank with the band here. Toe taps to the side. Keeping your pelvis square. Your back is long. And of course, your core engaged. And relax your shoulders for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And gently bring your knees down. Let's sit back on your heels. Stretch out your shoulders. Your hips, your back. Nice, come into all 4. So your shoulders are stacked over your wrist and your shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Your knees are right under your hip bones. And let's go. Opposite leg reaches out. Take a long stretch to the leg and lift for 10. Keeping the pelvis square. And of course, your stomach initiates movement here. So your belly button is into your spine and you're reaching that leg nice and long towards the back for 4. And 3. Reach for 2. Hold for 1. Let's pulse for 10. Really work the glutes here. Try to relax your hips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knee, flex the heel, pulse up for 10. Really feel the burn here. Try to think of the muscle that's working. So it's your glutes and your hamstrings. And pull the belly button deep into your spine for 3, and 2, and hold up for 1. Let's add a combo, 2 moves in 1. Out, bend, and in for 9. Nice, and 8. And 7, reach. Squeeze, always using your stomach to do the move. 5 more. And nice and long through the leg for 4. Shoulders are relaxed, back is tall for 3. And 2. And 1. And bring down. Nice, readjust your band if you need to. Readjust your shoulders. And let's go other side. Opposite leg goes out. Hips are square. And let's reach for 10. Think of that leg growing long out of the hip. Working the glutes. 4 and 3. Stretch for 2. And hold for 1. Pause for 10. 9, 8. Think of that leg growing longer. Your back is tall. Core is tight. 2 and 1. Bend your knee, flex the heel, and pulse. This one's really easy to dump into the lower back. Make sure your back stays long and flat. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Add a combo. Reach out, bend, and in for 9. And 8. Stretch and pull the belly in to initiate the movement. 4. Almost there for 3. And 2. And 1. And bring it down. Open your knees wide. Sit back on your heels. And stretch everything out. Nice, let's go into your side. Last little sequence here. So make sure your back is flat against the mat. Your knees are right parallel to your hips. You could be on your elbow here or all the way down onto your ear. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Top hand is in front of your stomach. And let's go, bring your leg up for 10. And I'm really working the hip bones here. Keep the knee and feet in line. Your core is tight. Your back and neck are long. And your chest is open for 3. And 2. And hold for 1. Bring your feet in the air. Clam for 10. You really feel the burn here in this one. Make sure your abs are engaged the whole time. And 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Bring your legs all the way out to the corner of the mat. So you're in a little parallel, diagonal, and lift for 10. And 9, really sculpt the legs here, reaching the muscles long, working the obliques, and working the abs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle for 5. Working the full leg here for 4. Every muscle on your leg for 3. And 2, and 1, and reverse. Keep your back lifted and your core engaged the whole time. And 2, and 1. Nice, come down onto your stomach. Make a little pillow with your hand. Lift your legs up. Bend your knees and pulse for 10. 9, really work the back here, the lower back. Strengthen your glutes, your hamstrings. Relax your chest. 2 and 1. Reach out long. Sit back on your heels. Feel the stretch. You earned it. Nice. And let's go to the other side. All right, gotta work both sides of your body evenly. So lay down flat. Your back is flat to the mat. Again, your elbow, or you can lay your head flat, whatever you prefer. Make sure your knees are stacked right above your hips. And let's go. Top leg comes up for 10. Your foot and your knee come at the same time. All right, initiate from the hip bone. No pressure on the knee at all, no tension. And 3, and 2, abs are engaged. And 1, bring your feet in the air, a little clam for 10. And 9, really feel the tension. You want to resist the band as you go up, especially on the way down for 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Bring your legs out, point your toes, stack your hips, and reach for 10. Really sculpt the sides of your legs here, your waistline, your stomach. And 4, reach that leg long out of the hip for 3, 2, and 1. Circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And reverse it for 5, working every part of your leg here. And 3, and 2, and 1. Nice, bring it in. Sitting up tall. Ooh. Last move, pelvic lift with the band. All right, so your feet are hip width apart. Grab the back of your legs and use your stomach to roll down your back, bone by bone. Nice, and bring your feet in right above your hips, in line with your knees. and arms are down by your side. Let's go. Press through your heels up, open the band, press into the band, slow it down and lower for 9. Really feel the burn in this one, so really work the band as you squeeze and using your stomach to initiate the movement. Try to really relax your quads, relax your hips, really work the glutes in the back of your legs. Let's do 4 more. And make sure you're working evenly on both sides for 3. Your stomach is in the whole time for 2. Let's hold up for 1 and just small pulses, knees out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And from here, slowly roll down your spine, articulating the back, the muscles, bone by bone. Nice, hug your knees into your chest. Remove that band. My favorite part is the stretch. So bring the band right above your arches of your feet. Opposite leg is long. Take a deep breath and flex the heel. And point it up. Make sure your hips stay down and even on the floor. Inhale into the stretch. Exhale. Let's do 1 more. It feels so good. Inhale. Stretching is actually more important than the workout itself to repair your muscles. Flex the heel and give your hamstring a little stretch. Whatever feels good to you. You can keep your knees slightly soft if that feels better to you. And also breathe into the back of the leg. Nice. Remove it. Reach the leg down and switch sides. Opposite leg up. Put the band above the arches. Draw the hip down so it's square. Shoulders are square. And breathe. Flex the heel. Point the toe. And flex. And point. And flex. And point. And 1 more. Flex. Hold it. Breathe. And give that leg a little stretch. Down your hamstring, down the back of your leg. All throughout the spine, you can feel the stretch. Feels so good. Don't forget to breathe into the stretches. And exhale, release. Nice, remove the band. Give yourself a little hug. Roll up. And that's it.